The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, everybody. He's a macho man. Savage, you're listening to Mike Trash, TrashTalkingRadio.com. The best in the business. So say it, the macho king.
Wrestling fans throughout Radio Land, listen to Trash Talking Radio at TrashTalkingRadio.com. Every Tuesday from 7 to 10 o'clock, you hear guys like myself, the You Ganon Giants, come on. And that's my story.
Using mere words to describe the Trash Talking Radio Show from 7 to whenever we get done is by using a screwdriver to cut roast beef. This is Lunava Sean, the other half of the Rock and Wrestling Connection. That's the trashy one and the loony one together forever.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ivan Koloff. I'm here to tell you about Mike Talking Trash. With the Trash, 7 to 10. Tuesday night, you got to listen in. It's the best around, the best in town. Alright, hey, this is the Animal. One half of the world famous Take in the Road Warriors. Listen to them. If you know what's good for you, you'll listen to Trash Talking Radio or else.
Everybody, you're watching Trash Talking Radio. This is Hulk Hogan. Hulk, what do you got to say about Trash Talking?
Well, I gotta say that I just bought Trash Talking Radio. You're out of the picture, dude. This is my show, and you better watch, because what you gonna do when Hulk Hogan's brand new Trash Talking Radio runs wild on you?
It is times like these that the world needs heroes and entertainment, and with that I give you the greatest live talk show known to mankind. With inflation being at its highest points, we need someone to show us the ways of good taking on evil, and someone who has the heart of Snow White and the strength of Thor. He, along with his sidekicks Trash's maid, also known as Trish, Trash's babe, known as Ashley, they will fight crime and make the world right once again. Please welcome me in a round of applause for the vital idol Class C Mike Trash. You may all be seated. Thank you.
Trash Talking Radio. Tuesday night, it's the best night of the week, and I'm by myself again. Who'd have thought? Yeah, here I am. There I am. I'm the only one here. Guess we don't need to do roll call, because I'm the only one here. So, you know, it's the way it is sometimes. It bees that way sometimes. So, anyway, hopefully somebody will end up showing up today, because I'm by myself. I'm all alone. Is there anybody out there? That's the question. Is anybody out there? Well, geez, I don't know. Don't know if anybody is or not. Doesn't appear to be. I kind of think, oh, there's somebody. There's somebody. That's one person. So, I guess I'm a little early, maybe. Actually, I guess I'm on time. So, anyway, let me post this into my groups and see if anybody wants to join us. Let's put this in here. Hit this. And, yeah, that's good. Now we'll put it in the other one, too. Should have put it in the other one anyway. Nah, we'll leave it We'll leave it as it is. All right, so let's get this thing going. Wait a minute. Which room? This one. No, that's not the right one. Now I got to find which tab it is. Which tab is it? That's not it. Okay. Which tab is it? Where is it? Where are you? See, this is crazy because I got 10 tabs open and I don't see the tab where my show is. Okay, so we'll just, let's see. All right, now I got to find out where it went. Darn tabs. Tabs don't work very well. Okay, now we'll find it right there. Okay. 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 Come on. Doggone it. There it is. Okay, now I'm coming in. I'm coming in hot. All right. I didn't think he would. So, anyway. Is anybody else there? Are you all alone? Is it just you and me? That's really odd. Usually Jesse Joe and Christine and all those people are around somewhere. Anyway, so yeah, I guess I will get started since it's just you and me. Don't want any funny stuff going on here. So I guess I'm just gonna start with the show. I got all kinds of neat videos today. I got a bunch of auditions I did and a bunch of still have some music from the last time. I'm going to be jamming with that band Wednesday again, so I'll get some newer music with some better musicians. And here is the co-host of the day, Cheyenne. How are you doing, Cheyenne? Yeah, you're looking good. Yeah, you're a good girl. So, anyway, all right, let's see here. All right, where do we want to start with this stuff? I'm really surprised my sister's not there. I'm really surprised that she hasn't showed up. I wonder if she forgot that I have a show. Hold on a sec here. Okay, that's an audition thing. I'm trying to catch up with everybody, make sure that... are you going to listen to the show? Boom. All right, so we told my sister. You know, when you take a week off, it kind of throws everybody's schedule off. But the nicest thing is this is the coolest room around. And by the way, Tree will appreciate this. Let's see. I got this. So, you're the only one that would appreciate it because you're the only one that knows what it's all about. Anyway, so, all right. Where do we start? Now that there's nobody here, I'm not used to being alone anymore. Used to having people here. I got a new air cleaner for our studio. Or not air cleaner, air freshener. This is what it looks like. There. We got, now my camera's clean. And we're ready to go. I hope I didn't just splotch up the screen, though. I might have. Oh, well. All right. All right, so what are we going to talk about today? Well, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. I got a lot of stuff going on, and hopefully I actually have enough for the whole show. See, you should have been here. I told you to be there. I told you to be here, but you didn't. Now I got to be all alone. So, okay. Anyway, enough of that. Oh, there's 3 people. Now we're gaining. Okay, show yourself. I need to know who the other person that just showed up is. Come on, show yourself. Don't be shy. I know there's someone else there. Come on. Show me. Show me who you are. Do not hide in the corner. I know somebody's there. Anyway. Oh, what a weird thing. I guess so we didn't have a show last week. So a lot of things happened since last week. How about we start there? That would be a good place to start. So that's what we'll talk about. We'll talk about... oh, by the way, this is the anniversary show, which I'm the only one here. So I'm going to pretend the anniversary show is next week. That way, I won't be the only one here. All right. Somebody tell me who you are. Oh, they left. Whoever it was, they left. All right. We can get into hanky-panky now since nobody's here. Oh, you're there. Anyway. All right. Let's see here. What? Oh, okay. I wanted to talk about what I did over our short break. I did a lot of things over our short break, and it's kind of cool because I'm looking forward to talking about some of them. And the first one is, let me see here if I can figure out where I put everything. I put things in place. So, let's see, where was, that's a whole other situation. Let's see here. Oh, I know where it is. Okay, photos. That's where I want to go. So I went to a little party, not little party, actually a fun party. Went to a party, and that's not the one. That's not the one. I went to a party. Went to a garden party. Wonder what the difference is between pictures and photos. Let's look. Okay. Here we go. All right, I got to see him. Now, who is he, you say? Well, he's only the bass player that was in Apathy. When I say only the bass player, I mean that with love. He's the bass player that was in Apathy. All right, why is it not playing? Okay, there you go. He's the bass player from Apathy, and I've known him for 40 years. Actually, when I met him, he said he was younger than I thought he was. Now, I thought he was, I think, 17 or 18, and he said he was closer to 14, 15. So he's a lot younger than I thought he was. Anyway, that's Mike Nixon. He's a friend of mine. He's been, I haven't seen him in a long time. I haven't seen him since the 80s. And he invited me to a 4th of July party, which was held the 2nd of July. So I went to the party and I talked to him, and I got we got a good time. We had a fun time. And also there was Sam. Now, I went to school with Sam. Sam Swigert is the bass player for the Vertigo Vultures. Now, Mike Nixon is the bass player for The Dance, which is a Stevie Nicks cover band. And they were pretty good. The Vertigo Vultures, I like them. They're good guys. But it was fun catching up with Mike. And, wow, it's hard to believe the last time I saw him, he was like, 17 or 15 or something like that. And it was just, that was the last time that band was the band that I met Ken in. And his birthday was the 3rd of July. And that was a really rough day for me. So I just, I mean, Ken and I had gone through a whole lot of stuff, and I miss him every day. So, you do what you got to do, and I just keep on living on and wishing that I could figure out what the next step is, but that's a whole other thing. But anyway, so that was my holiday thing, and I made my barbecue, my hamburger barbecue, and they said they had a ton of food. They didn't need any food. So I was not really sure how much I was going to bring, so I made about 2 pounds of my, hey, Amy Sue. Anyway, he was, so I made about 2 pounds of the hamburger barbecue that I usually make, and I took it to the party. And I got there, and there was so much food. There was pork barbecue, there was brisket, there was just food. There was food, lots of food. And I thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't have made it. Well, when I left there was none left. Everyone ate my barbecue, and there was lots of the other food left. So that was kind of cool. What is that? I'm looking on my security camera. Just hold on a sec. I want to check what this security camera is saying is there. Oh, that's a weed. Okay. It looked really weird. So anyway, I'm expecting a little trouble. I don't really expect a little trouble. I really don't think that he's got the guts to give me trouble, but I was sort of threatened over the weekend. So I don't really care because it doesn't scare me, but I'm ready for anything. Anyway, so that was Mike Nixon, Sam Swaggart, and me, all at a party. And we had a good time. It was a good time. Mike's band played and got to hear the dance. And the girl that does the Stevie Nicks stuff does it really well. She sings really, really well. And she can do Stevie Nicks like better than anybody other than Stevie Nicks. So kudos to him. And this Wednesday I'm going to get to jam with a bunch of guys again, and hopefully one of the guys or a couple of the guys will like to start a band. That's one thing I'd love to see happening. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. If it happens, I'll be extremely happy. And if it doesn't happen, I will just continue my search. But I think it'll happen. I think I'll find some people. All right, so the next day I wanted to talk about was, what was the other thing I wanted to talk about that was off the record? Let me see here. All right. I guess let's just get started with the movie stuff, and I'll figure it out as I go. So, I saw The Flash. Now, let me tell you, this movie was pretty wild. The Flash was the first in this series of movies where James Gunn moved from Marvel to DC. So this was the first of the movies that he tries to capture the audience that likes Marvel, that stuff he did, and moves them to DC. So this is using the same Flash, not the TV Flash. There's a TV Flash, but there's also a Flash that was in the movies. And so basically, he was running around the time warp, and he was running around the metaverse. Let's use that word, because I don't know what else to use. Anyway, the metaverse. So this is a Warner Brothers movie, and this actually has grossed $262 million so far. And it's actually a really good movie, but you got to make sure you follow it. So Barry Allen ends up going back in time, as the Flash can do, only the Flash can do. Going back in time where he actually meets himself as a child, as a younger kid, and all the trouble that he got into because he did that. He shouldn't have done that. And it was interesting because you got to see at least two Batman, at least, let's see, you got to see Wonder Woman, you got to see a whole bunch of different characters in the DC universe, and I thought it was pretty cool. I liked the way they wrote the story. But it was a little confusing, but if you get past that little confusing thing, it's actually pretty good. I did like that one. I did like the Flash. By the way, the one Batman, I think was Ben Affleck, but I might be wrong about that. The other Batman was awesome because it went way back, and if you remember, there was a Batman that Michael Keaton, and so it was that Batman, which was really exciting to see that they brought that Batman back for this show. So the Wonder Woman was the same Wonder Woman that we've been seeing, and I think that was really, I mean, it was really a good movie. So I'm gonna let it at that. And 262 million, I think that's pretty respectable. They opened at 55 million, which is really slow, but they ended up, they've been out for 25 days is what they've been out for. And so for 3 weeks, they made 262 million, which is pretty respectable. So that's worldwide. So domestic, they did 105 million, and international, they did 156 million. So they actually did quite well, I think, for that movie. Now, considering that the old movies, back when we first started following movies, the old movies, if you did this kind of number, it was a flop. If you opened with 55 million, it really wasn't very good because they're putting a lot of money into these things. But this one, since COVID, this was actually pretty good. So that's let's see what we got here. This is just a breakdown of the dailies and stuff like that. We don't really care about that. Yeah. Domestic all-time rankings, to give you a general idea. Let's say top opening weekends in June. It's up against, like, here's, in the old days, Jurassic World did $208 million for that day, that weekend. Or I should say, yeah, top opening weekend in June. That's what we were used to seeing for big opening weekends. So for it to do this little, it shows that here I'm looking at, it's number 34 in the top movies that opened in June world over time. So 55 million is really the 34th top opening, which was 50% of the people that went to the movies went to see The Flash. Now, to give you a comparison, like I said, an opening weekend for Jurassic World was $208 million. The Incredibles was $182 million. But that was pre-COVID. So, since COVID, all the movies have just tanked. So, that's the way it goes. Yeah, okay. Next thing. What is that noise? I'm hearing a weird noise. Okay, now I'm not hearing it. Okay. All right. Next thing. There is a movie out called Sound of Freedom. Just came out. This is an interesting movie. It includes people and actually it's in limited run, by the way. But what's really cool about it is that it's got a 77% on Rotten Tomatoes, which you don't get a lot of high numbers with Rotten Tomatoes because they're pretty tough on them. And their budget was $14.5 million. Their opening weekend, I believe they did. I wonder if that's on my. Let me take a look here. I want to go backwards and see if that is. I don't even know if it's in the top. It's in the top, but it's not. But I mean, the opening weekend. Let's see. I guess I didn't grab the top for that. Wait a minute. Hold on. The thing about that makes it really interesting is that. Let me see. Sound of Freedom. This movie is about trafficking. And I found it very interesting. It did $45 million domestically. And that was pretty darn good for a movie that is not a big label and stuff. So domestically, it says the opening day it did 19 million. The weekend it did 45 million. So totally it's at 50. What did I say? 55, 45. Yeah. So for the weekend it did 45 million. This is really crazy because this is not a movie that anybody even knew. We didn't know. I didn't know it was coming out. So it was really interesting to see that this movie came out with really no, I don't think any television advertisement. And it came out with the Angel Studios was the studio that put it out. It's 2 hours and 11 minutes, and it's about trafficking, child trafficking. So that in itself is pretty interesting to me because it was up against things like The Flash and stuff like that. So that's pretty respectable that it did that kind of stuff, that number. Let me see here. I think it was number 2 for the weekend. Wait, let's see here. Wait, now let me see. I hit the wrong one. Where is it? Numbers. There we go. Okay. Did number 3. So number 1 this past weekend was Insidious. It did $33 million for an opening. Indiana Jones, which has been out for a couple weeks, did number 2 at $27 million. And the third one was Sound of Freedom, and it did $19,680 for the opening day. That, to me, considering that, I'm sorry, that's for July 7th. So that was, what day was that? Was that Saturday, Friday or Saturday? Wait a minute, I gotta see. Hopefully I'll see that. Where is it? Maybe it's there. That was Friday. So for that to do that on around the U.S. on a Friday against Indiana Jones and Insidious, that was pretty good. Spider-Man did $8 million, but Spider-Man's been out for a couple months. Elemental did $10 million. That's a Disney movie. So I really am impressed by the fact that it did that kind of number. So I want to see that movie, Sound of Freedom. And actually, the next story is about Sound of Freedom. It says Sound of Freedom puts spotlight on the controversial anti-trafficking nonprofit. So I'll read this here. Operational Underground Railroad, a controversial anti-sex trafficking group founded in Utah, is the subject of a celebration and scrutiny as a movie, and its widely promoted rescue operations opens to big box office returns. That's pretty interesting to me because I didn't even know it was coming out. So it says the Sound of Freedom, which stars actor Jim Caviezel and our founder Tim Ballard, opened July 4th to what studio and fans described as an upset, earning $14.2 million to Indiana Jones' $11.7 million the same day. Reality check, Indiana Jones has been out since previous weekend, and $2.6 million of Sound of Freedom's opening day earnings came from crowdfunding ticket campaigns. So why does that matter? The film, produced by Provo-based Angel Studios, is likely to bolster the immense political and fundraising support our OUR depends from political and religious right, especially in Utah. The group has ties to U.S. Representative Burgess Owens and former Rep. Mia Love, and has been promoted by a number of Republican operatives and politicians, including former President Trump. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints applauded the OUR, which is Operation Underground Railroad. Okay, got it. That's what OUR is. And the church's official bookstore, which carries materials that support the faith, sells several of Ballard's books. Other religious and right-leaning publications have praised the film. Utah Attorney General Sean Reyes is one of the group's most visible politicians. He joined Ballard on raids in Haiti and Colombia, and according to his LinkedIn profile, was a global ambassador for OUR and was associate producer of Sound of Freedom. The OUR has partnered with multiple law enforcement agencies, including Utah's AG office. The intrigue, news investigations, human trafficking watchdogs, and participants in the group's raids have challenged its claims and tactics, alleging OUR exaggerated its success to raise money. I don't know, anything that stops trafficking of children can't be bad, you know. Even if it doesn't have all good people, it's still a good thing. So, yeah, I'm going to be checking that movie out for sure. Some police departments claimed by OUR as partners in human trafficking arrests received modest grants, as little as a few $100s for training and equipment, according to Vice, which has reported extensively on the group. In 2020, our under criminal investigation. In 2020, OUR was under criminal investigation after the Davis County prosecutor Troy Rawlings alleged that the local nonprofit falsely claimed involvement in the country's sex crime cases. But in May, the Deseret News reported the case was closed after Rawlings said that he did not believe the decision to pursue charges against OUR is prudent. OUR did not immediately respond, and basically what they're saying to the thousands of adults that will absorb Sound of Freedom, this vigilant fever dream, and come away thinking themselves better informed on a hidden civilization crisis, well, it's profoundly depressing. The big picture, anti-trafficking campaigns have exploded in recent years, along with exaggerated claims that child sex trafficking, exaggerated claims of child sex trafficking. Anti-trafficking campaigns have exploded in recent years, along with exaggerated claims of child sex trafficking. Conservative groups in particular have warned of child trafficking in conjunction with messaging on crimes, immigration and race, gender roles, and even masking during the COVID-19 pandemic. As recently as 2018, OUR enlisted non-tactical professionals in international raids. A real estate investor, a CrossFit instructor, a mommy blogger, an actress, and politicians all joined OUR jumps with cameras rolling. Last week, the critics of the Utah State Board of Education member Natalie Klein raised objections on social media after she posted that schools are aiding and abetting human trafficking by brainwashing children about LGBTQ plus identities. Okay. All right. In any case, it's something I definitely want to check out. I don't know how true it is. I just know that it's supposedly a pretty good movie. So it's all based on truth. So whatever we got to do to get trafficking dissolved, that would be cool. All right. It's quiet today. There's nobody around. I don't even think my sister's around. All right, now let's see here. Next thing. Okay, this next thing is kind of interesting. I know Christine wants to see this movie, and that is I want to talk about this in a while too. Okay, come on, open up. Insidious, The Red Door topples Indiana Jones at the weekend box office. The fifth entry of the Insidious franchise is now the second most successful debut in the series. Now, Insidious is really, I've seen all the Insidious movies, but, I don't really, I couldn't name them off the top of my head, but I have seen them. And I believe it follows the stories of the husband and wife team who investigate these, I don't know, what would you call them, activities, afterlife activities. So It says here the Insidious franchise is back with a vengeance. So, I mean, I think the interesting part is this couple follow these different groups of people that claim that these things are happening. Now, I don't know, you can believe it, you can not believe it. I don't really believe that there are demons that attack from, beyond. But I think there's a lot of demons in this world because humans can be demonic. I am around, just haven't much to say. Okay. So despite the humble expectations of the ongoing horror franchise, Insidious: The Red Door opened for an estimated $32.7 million, putting it in the top slot for the weekend box office. The fifth entry of the franchise is now the second most successful domestic opening, just behind the 2012 Insidious sequel, Chapter 2, which earned $40.3 billion. So that's not bad, other than the fact that 2012 to now, the cost of things has gone up quite a bit. So anyway, the Red Door is particularly special because it marks the franchise star Patrick Wilson's directorial debut. I didn't feel like I wanted it to be my first foray into directing, to be a horror movie, or to try to fill James' shoes. But I sat on it for a day, and then I realized, are you kidding me? Of course I want to do this. It'd be cool to be able to do that. I'd actually like to learn to direct myself, but boy, I'll tell you, there's a lot to directing. So these people that do these directors, do these things for directors and all that stuff, it does take a lot out of you. So I wish I could, well, maybe someday I'll be a director. I don't know. I'm not sure if because there's a lot of responsibility in being a director. So anyway, so this follows this couple that looks into paranormal stuff, and they claim that it's all real. I don't know. I don't buy it. That's just me. I'm kind of a skeptic when it comes to that stuff. But I still want to see the movie. I saw the other ones. All right, next. Oh, I'm done with the movies. Okay. We'll kill those, and we'll move on to the next thing. All right. Barbie. Barbie's in the news. And I know you girls all love your Barbies. But this is really kind of funny. So Barbie has a controversy. Well, first let's talk about the movie itself. Now, first off, I look at this and I start laughing. And the reason I start laughing is the Barbie that they picked. This Barbie right here. Does anybody know what else she's known for? And if you said anything other than Harley Quinn, you would be wrong. She is Harley Quinn. What do you think? Harley Quinn? Barbie? That's kind of cool. And you know, I like Margot Robbie. She's really awesome. And Ryan Gosling is in it too. But I think it's funny that that Barbie is, you know, who's this pretentious girl who, you know, has it all, and all the kids, all the girls, all the girl kids, loved her. So it's interesting about that. And the other thing that's interesting is that she was also Harley Quinn. And I know that there are a lot of girls that like Harley Quinn too. And I know one of them was a co-host here, and still may be a co-host here. And I'll leave that up to you, to who you think it was. So, but anyway, she, it's funny to see that she's going to be both, okay, what happened here? It's going to give me the wrong tab. Well, that's not good. Guess I got to back it up here. Come on. There we go. Anyway, downtown Los Angeles was full of Ken-ergy for the premiere of Barbie, where the first public screening showed off the new Margot Robbie film. Well, it's a great way to escape that shadow of Harley. Oh, I can't think that that was bad for her. I mean, she's a gorgeous woman, and she could get pretty much any role that she wants, I think, at this point. And I think it's because Harley Quinn, because that was so high profile. But it's funny to see her where she is Harley Quinn, who is the evil, worst type bad girl, and then Barbie, who is the most beautiful good girl. Just, and put them all together. Maybe you put her all together in one. You got a middle-of-the-road housewife. I don't know. I don't know. But I just think it's funny. It says here, mixed reactions are coming out on social media from the feature filmmaker Greta Gerwig, based on the Mattel doll. Formal reviews from critics will come at a date closer to its July 21st release. So it's not even really released, but, you know, it's got to be something that's pretty interesting because, you know, you got all these girls that grew up on Barbie, and what was that? I got to remember that joke. There was a joke about Barbie. Shoot, what was there was something about, I don't remember. But anyway, Barbie was more into G.I. Joe. And I think in my household, my sister had Barbies, we had G.I. Joes, and that's when the G.I. Joes were the real giant-sized G.I. Joes. Not giant-size, but what I consider normal size, and before they shrunk everybody down. But, yeah, I think my G.I. Joe was having an affair with Barbie's, with my sister's Barbies. I don't know. Actually, I was probably out of the G.I. Joes by the time my sister had her first Barbie. Not sure. I have to think about that. But anyway, what do we got here? All right. Anyway, so, oh shoot, now I screwed up. I lost my freaking, all right, let me back in the room. Damn it. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Oh shoot, now I'm my Trash Talking Radio guy. Hold on, I gotta switch back. Darn it. Okay. Okay, now I'm back to myself. Okay. Okay, the film, it says, thanks to its memeable moments and sharp marketing campaign, has become one of the most talked about of the summer ahead of its domestic debut, when it will open against Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer, the box office showdown dubbed Barbieheimer. Ooh, well, if I have a choice, I'm going to see Oppenheimer. I can't walk in to see that. That would be, I'd have to give up my man card, and I just got it back. So, in my house, she was L-O-L-O-L-O. Oh, okay. She was, okay, got it. Okay. So, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see how it goes in the box office, and I'll be looking forward to seeing. By the way, this is from a audition I did, and it was for weight loss. And here's me at 468 pounds. Yes, 468 pounds. This is me at about, well, probably close to that. Maybe less. It may not be 468 there. It may be closer to 360 pounds. And this is me at 250, 252. which is where I'm at now. So anyway, I'll play a couple of these for you after I get through some of these things here. And I just want to see if anybody else is going to show up. By the way, I started a group for auditions, and anybody can join it. It's kind of cool because you can get to see people's auditions other than mine, and hopefully people will start posting them. It'll be neat because we can use that to hopefully get some directors to take a look at it and find some new talent. So I don't want it just to be mine. I want it to be everybody participating that wants to be in the show business. So, plus you can see what real show business stuff looks like. You know, what a real self-tape looks like, or what it, you know, it's kind of cool. All right, next. Oh yeah, okay, so I was talking about Barbie, so let's talk about, wait, is this the same? Freaking A. Did I erase the wrong one? I think I did. Let me bring the other one back. Yeah, there. Okay, I did. I sent the wrong one. Okay, so there's a controversy about Barbie, as one would expect. The controversy is about, it's weird. Vietnam is upset. They have banned the movie because of this controversy, as stupid as it sounds. Hey, puppy, how you doing? Are you worried about Barbie? No? You don't care? Why not? You're a girl, you should care about Barbie. Barbie should be your hero. Anyway, speaking of heroes, maybe I could be your hero. What do you think? You want it? Good girl. Yeah. All right. So there's a controversy, and it has to do with the... shoot, where'd it go? Oh, mother... What is going on? Why is it... Oh, freaking A. Stop. Now, let's go back to the controversy. So the controversy has to do with this world map. So you would think that wouldn't be... What could possibly upset them about this world map? Well, I'm going to tell you as soon as this gets saved. Come on. Come on. There we go. I even rebooted the system before the show started. Okay. We got some more people, I think. Yeah, we got more people. Is my sister there yet? All right, here we go. Must be Tuesday. Yeah, that's true. All right, so the controversy. This drawing here of this world map is controversial. Believe it or not, it's controversial. Says, of all the impressive skills, hey Ann, of all the impressive skills that Barbie has amassed in her 64 years as a working doll, 64 years. She's older than I am. She looks pretty good though for a 64-year-old. Anyway, in her 64 years, who knew that the cartography would be a focal point of her highly anticipated movie debut? But here we are. The trailers are coming. Barbie from director, the Warner Brothers pictures have led to a dissemination of a controversial map. This controversial map, used in the film. One depicted in a scene with stars, Margot Robbie and Kate McKinnon, known as in the film as the Weird Barbie, and the studio is speaking up after days of international headlines. The map in Barbie Land is a childlike drawing, and it says here the doodles depict Barbie's make-believe journey from Barbie Land to the real world. It was not intended for any type of statement. The childlike map with chalk scribbled dolphins and even a hashtag bobbling around Earth's vast body of waters. Let's see if is there chalk? Okay, it says Asia. It says Asia on it. And there's the hashtag, okay. And what else is it? Okay. It says here, the drawing depicts what has been called the representation of the 9-dash line, which reinforces China's territorial claim on... Would you stop it? What the freak is moving on here? This keeps moving for me. I'm not moving the picture. I am now. It depicts... It says here okay, so it says here, the drawing depicts what has been called a representation of the 9-dash line, which reinforces China's territorial claims in the South China Sea. There are only 8 lines in the Barbie map, and not in the shape depicted by the actual global map. Vietnam disputes these claims and believes it violates the country's sovereignty, and officials subsequently pulled the release of Barbie in the territory. So how does the map function in the movie itself? Keeping spoilers at a minimum. Robbie's Barbie is facing an existential crisis inside the walls of her pink dream world. McKinnon's weird Barbie encourages her to go on a journey of self-discovery and provides her with a map to the real world, one made with whimsy by a fellow doll. What some have taken to represent the 9-dash line is what one source described as the journey lines. The serial dashes are often used in a family animation and kids' drawings to represent where a character's traveled from or to. Representatives of Gerwig and Warner Brothers would not comment on the plot points of the film. Depicted in the high resolution above, the map features other so-called journey lines such as arrows and boats. While filmmakers are sensitive to geographical issues raised by maps, issues stroked by Senator Ted Cruz, said that the sources that the drawing in Barbie is simply the doll's own road to enlightenment. Momentous buzz and huge marketing spends around the film have seemed to escalate everything it touches, from the debating the Ken doll's age to creating CGI perfect foot arches. I'm sure that this map, which you'd miss if you blinked for the 1-minute mark in the third trailer, is admissible in the International Court of Justice. It's cartoonishly unrealistic. It says here, where is the continental Europe? New Zealand? What do sailboats represent? Is that a jester's crown atop of Iceland? So it talks about, these people that get bent out of shape over it. Now I need to look for these things. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody is using this to travel from country to country. But anyway, that's what the controversy is and why you will not see this movie if you're in Vietnam. So, anyway. If Barbie were only realistic, I mean, geez, everything she does except for this is realistic, right? Anyway, so that's it. That's what the controversy is that the 9-dash line thing is what it was, what it's all about. All right. Now, let's talk overseas about this. Taylor Swift concert tickets were suspended by Ticketmaster in France. Or whatever. I don't know I don't have a French accent. I am going to work on that. I am going to work on my accents. So one of these days I'm going to do the show in character of some kind of accent. And it'll be when I have co-hosts, because I know I'm not going to be able to do it for a full thing. Oh. So it says the ticket sales for her Paris tour, the Eras tour, stopped shortly after tickets became available. So there's a controversy for you. I wonder if they're going to talk about it. Let's see. Oh, maybe they are. Maybe I need my, where's my headphones? I got them here somewhere. Yeah, we can let them tell us rather than me say it. Let's see if that's what they're doing. All right, let's see. Back it up. Uh-oh, I lost it now. Okay, so I'll refresh the page. All right. She is something else. A lot of people talk about somebody that loves their fans. I don't think anybody's going to top the charts more than her, because she actually fights for her fans. And I find that very, very cool. She doesn't want her ticket prices to be so expensive that people can't afford it. She tries to fight for her fans to be able to afford her shows. I think that's really cool. But not everybody wants to do that, because most people in this business are very greedy, so they want to make every penny they possibly can. So, all right, let's see if this thing works. I'm going to try to use their recording. Oh, come on. Get it back. There we go. All right. And if not, I will present it the way it would be if I presented it. All right. Now let's see if it plays. Oh. See if it plays. I could have said it by now. What is going on? My internet should be good because I just rebooted.
It's Taylor Swift versus Ticketmaster Round 2. Early Tuesday morning, Ticketmaster opened the online pre-sales for the first of 4 para shows for Swift's The Eras.
Oh, what's this? I don't want an ad. Why did they do that? There we go. Okay. Okay. Now play.
Set for May 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th of 2024. Over 1 million Swifties queued up for the first set of ticket sales, which opened at 9 a.m. But less than 15 minutes later, French Ticketmaster tweeted that they were working on some technical difficulties. An hour into the sale, with reportedly no movement in the queue, the company announced it was suspending both the 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. sales, and adding, "We will keep you posted with a new on-sale time as soon as possible. All codes not already used will remain valid." The tickets were on general release, and fans had to sign up to be put into a lottery in order to get a code to redeem for tickets.
Wow,
the company did not give any explanation.
I mean, that's crazy. Who would have thought that you would have to, like, wait in line or get a code to get tickets for things? That's crazy. Okay, I lost the stupid thing because I hit pause. That'll teach me. Okay, we're going to try this again. This time with feeling. We'll skip part of it. Put it about there. I hope. Okay, play.
It's Taylor Swift versus Ticketmaster Round 2.
Hyundai Santa Cruz versus Ford Maverick. Look what Santa Cruz has
Santa Cruz
and what Maverick doesn't. Hyundai Santa Cruz wins every time.
Okay, I don't care.
Versus Ford Maverick. Look what Santa Cruz has and what Maverick doesn't.
Look what they have.
Hyundai Santa Cruz wins every time.
Okay, we done? We done with the Santa Cruz? All right.
Open the online pre-sales for the sale, with reportedly no movement in the queue. The company announced it was suspending both the 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. sales, and adding, "We will keep you posted with a new on-sale time as soon as possible. All codes not already used will remain valid." The tickets were on general release, and fans had to sign up to be put into a lottery in order to get a code to redeem for tickets. The company did not give any explanation for the suspension. This isn't the first time Ticketmaster has botched sales for a Taylor Swift concert. The company had major technical issues with its pre-sale of the Eras Tour tickets in November, with more than 24 fans filing suits against Ticketmaster and its parent company, Live Nation. Swift herself commented on the debacle, saying, "It really pisses me off that a lot of the people who were able to buy tickets feel like they went through several bear attacks to get them." For more updates to the story, head to thr.com.
Wow,
and for the latest entertainment news and updates, keep watching the Hollywood Reporter News.
So, anyway. All right, so that's that. So,
The Tanner
Hey, shut up. You're not part of this. Okay. So, that was kind of weird. Taylor Swift, I'm not into her music, but I like her agenda. She's got a cool agenda. She takes care of her people that love her. So, I would do that too. I would take care of the people that love her too. I mean, all right, let's see here. Yeah, okay. So there's going to be a new Deadpool out. Now, for those of you that watched Deadpool, you saw Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2, and you like that kind of stupid humor, and I do too. But this is going to be a different one because he is going to have Hugh Jackman on as Wolverine. Now, for those of you that have watched Wolverine, you know what his outfit looked like. And his outfit did not look like it did in the comics. So that's important to tell you because the outfit that he uses in this movie is the outfit that is from the comics, which is a yellow outfit. So it's kind of interesting because Hugh Jackman said he would never, ever play Wolverine again. And I guess never meant 3, 4, 5 years, maybe. So that's kind of interesting to see that he's going to be Wolverine again. And Hugh Jackman is basically jacked anyway, so for the most part. But he's getting up there in age, and for him to keep doing that is really interesting to me.
The official Deadpool movie Twitter account shared this photo of Reynolds.
Oh, here we go with these commercials again. Why'd they wait till I turned the sound up and then they do that to the commercials? That sucks. They need to not do that. Stop it. All right, let's try it again. Okay, now we'll do this. We'll do this.
Jackman walking side by side, with Jackman donning the classic yellow Wolverine costume from the comics for the first time. The actors also shared the photo on their respective Instagram stories, writing, "Don't blink." The icon...
Bastards, they did it again. They snuck one in. I'm not going to let you play your commercial with sound. So there. Oh, come on. Okay.
Utilized in the 90s animated series has long been joked about in the X-Men feature films. In the original film released in 2000, the yellow costume is referenced when Wolverine complains about the leather black suits the team wears.
You actually go outside in these things? What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
And a deleted scene from 2013's The Wolverine showed Logan getting the yellow suit in a briefcase, though he doesn't put it on. Back in September 2022, Reynolds announced that Jackman would be coming out of his retirement as Wolverine to co-star in the third Deadpool film.
Hey Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time?
Yeah, sure, Ryan.
The first look photo comes after The Hollywood Reporter broke the news on Friday that Jennifer Garner, who starred as Elektra in several Fox features 2 decades ago, will be reprising the role for Deadpool 3. The movie is set to hit theaters on May 3rd, 2024. For more on this story, head to thr.com. For The Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Tiffany Taylor.
Yeah, Ryan has been begging him for a long time to be this Wolverine character.
The Tanner sisters is like...
Stop it. I didn't say you could talk. It's my show. You're not allowed to talk. All right, now. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of cool that I actually am looking forward to that movie because I'm a big Deadpool fan and I like Wolverine too. Only because Hugh Jackman is really kind of cool. So anyway, all right, that one's done. Now something exciting. Well, for me anyway. I like Clint Eastwood. And Clint Eastwood is in his 90s. yet he's still working. I mean, talk about a guy that doesn't know when to quit. He's going to be in this movie called Juror Number 2. And I think it's exciting because I love Clint Eastwood. You know, I want to remember Clint Eastwood, though, as the guy from the 70s that, you know, go ahead, make my day, you know. Or did I shoot 5 bullets or 6 bullets? You know, that to me, that guy is really cool. But even the movies he's directed and stuff he hasn't necessarily starred in, I love everything he's done. And some of the stuff is just kind of crazy. But I'm really looking forward to this. This is a movie called Juror Number 2. And that's all I know about it. I don't really know anything about it, but I do want to see it because it's Clint Eastwood. And to me, that's really cool. It's kind of strange to see him now because he looks, you know, he's a little old man now. And he's not the jacked up guy he was when I was a kid. But I still want to see it because I like him. I think he's really cool. And he knows how to put a movie together. He's 92. Jeez. He's done more just being 92. He's done more from 90 to 92 than I've done my whole career. So it says even at 92, Clint Eastwood isn't ready to slow down, as he is set the thriller Juror Number 2 as his next film, and that will be anything he does is good. He has an eye for that stuff. While it's not official, sources will also add that with schedules and budget figured, Warner Brothers, Eastwood's longtime studio home, is close to finally greenlighting the film. So that's cool. I really want to see it. I'm a big fan of this stuff. And even like I remember he put out a couple years ago, he put out the movie The Mule, where he's trafficking drugs and stuff. It just looks so funny because here's this man that is a little old man, and he's and people aren't suspicious of him trafficking the stuff. So it turns out to be a good movie. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do it. So that's something I'm looking forward to. All right, next. This is kind of funny and unexpected. Kid Rock's back in the news. Kid Rock has an astounding change of heart after his viral Bud Light meltdown. That, to me, is surprising, but not necessarily surprising. I'm sure his PR guy said, you might want to tone it down just a little bit because, you know, those people are actually, probably some of them are probably fans. So you probably want to tone it down a little. Maybe, maybe not. Hi, what's your opinion? You want another treat, don't you? Not that you're spoiled or anything. Don't look away. Don't pretend that you're not looking for something. I know you are. Why don't you grab a chair and sit and talk with me? Kids today. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, Kid Rock. All right, let me put this in my thing. Come on, there we go. See, that's the way they're supposed to work. I'm supposed to be able to click on them, have them post, and not have to back up. Anyway, oh shoot, I'm not a subscriber, so now I'm not going to be able to do it. So basically, he's backing down when he shot down the Bud Light case of beer or whatever. He's backing down on his opinion of trans people, and unfortunately, I can't tell you that because I wonder if I can get it from another place. Hold on here. Let's see if we can get this article from another place. Let's go to the street. Does the street allow us to get in there? There we go. The pop star and rocker implemented a shakeup in his Nashville barn. Oh, that's different. Oh, maybe it isn't. Okay. Pop star and outspoken culture critic Kid Rock has never shied away from a good old-fashioned identity politics. And since a certain all-American beer brand has been the most recent lightning rod in his debate over woke corporate policies. Kid Rock has naturally placed himself firmly in the center of the Bud Light controversy. Early in the summer, Bud Light, a parent company owned by Anheuser-Busch, sparked outrage when voiced support for the LGBTQ plus community. Some of its core and loyal consumers, namely a right-leaning crowd, then loudly called to boycott the brand in what is being called the anti-woke move. Kid promptly posted himself firing a gun at a collection of Bud Light cans on Twitter. Grandpa's feeling a bit frisky today. Let me tell you something. Let me say something to all you and be as clear and concise as possible. F Bud Light and F Anheuser-Busch, he says after unloading multiple racks of beer. Have a terrific day. So that was a controversy. So now, says here, except now some eagle-eyed patrons at Kid Rock's Nashville bar have spotted the iconic blue bottles being served, despite Kid Rock's strident stance against the beer company. At Kid Rock, nice that you have shot up the beer, the Bud Light, but it's still in your bar. Ha ha, one Twitter user said, along with a photo of the bar's menu with Bud Light still on an offer. The tweet also included a photo of the Bud Light bottle being consumed at the bar table. We're visiting Nashville, and yes, you can buy Bud Light at Kid Rock's bar, another wrote. And Kid Rock's stance on Bud Light made shockwaves through the music and entertainment industry. Once Kid Rock shoots your cans, you got problems, says comedian Joe Rogan. Yeah, that's an interesting look. Who controls Bud Light? Rapper Ice Cube asked, later questioning, why would they make such a dumb decision like that? Why would they ruin Bud Light? Are they trying to take down the iconic American brands? And you gotta anyway. So I just think it's funny that if you're going to stand up for something, you should stand up for something. But anyway, the most exciting thing this week to me is that there's a show on TV called Heels, and this is really one of my favorite shows. So this guy here was the Green Arrow, and now he's the star of this this TV show, and it's I think it's on. It's not on HBO. It's on. Well, it's not on Max. HBO. Oh shoot, I forget what the name of the service is. Hold on, I got to think about this. But this show is about pro wrestling, and it's kind of cool because the Green Arrow guy is really in shape. He does work out and stuff. And actually, he was on American Ninja Warrior a couple years ago, doing the clown nose thing, the red nose clown thing, where people can dress up and wear a red nose and give money to charity. But the cool thing was he actually did the American Ninja course and did fairly well at it. And most of these celebrities were not doing well at it at all. He definitely impressed me by his athleticism. But anyway, this show is about pro wrestling, and he is an indie wrestler, and he owns an indie federation. And basically, Mick Foley showed up on it. It says, if Stars simply launched a Duffy Wrestling League, it would be compelling as WWE or AEW. Stars is where it was. I forgot where it was, but yeah, Stars. So it says wrestling drama Heels returning July 28th doubles that drama with the continuing story of the DWL behind the scenes. And I really thought it was cool because him and his brother, that's his brother, and his younger brother, and he took over the federation when his father died, and they built a story around that. And it's cool because they have pro wrestlers show up from time to time. They're supposed to be an indie federation, and it's kind of cool to watch them play it off. Because, I mean, like, the fact that I was in the Indies, I got a special passion for it, and it's kind of cool to watch him do it. The younger brother is a spoiled brat, and the older brother, and he doesn't understand why he got the Federation for real. I mean, in the story for real. So, all right. So, since you're all here, hopefully, I'm going to show you some videos. I put a lot of videos together. I want to show you the reel. I just did a brand new reel. And so if you're a, this is what you're going to see if you want to hire me. You're going to see this video here. And it's my official reel of the, I'm going to get here to the, okay, there we go. So this is the reel for, now it's only going to show pieces of each movie. And this is the movie Winder. You're only supposed to show pieces. This is the pilot I was in called...
Frank almost died.
Frank was telling me that he's in finance, like Roger.
Oh, so you work with Roger?
No. Frank is Marissa's brother. He has a job that's similar to Roger's.
Oh, I know. So you work here too?
Actually, I live on the other side of this wall. I live in the other apartment of this duplex.
Well, how's the market treating you? Have you thought about moving out?
Mom, please.
Yeah, I have, but it's easier to live here. It's more cost efficient, taxes and all. What do you do there for yourself there, huh, Mike?
Oh, well, I own a gravel company. I started it when I got back from Nam.
He did. We sold it.
I remember. You know what I mean.
Oh, hi, Frank. I didn't see you there.
Yeah, just got in. You guys come back for seconds?
I forgot my pills here. I don't know what the damn fuss is about. I would have lasted through the night.
You don't want to risk it.
Look how big I was back then. That was only a couple years ago.
You could have died.
At least I'd be spared of this conversation. I thought it was in reverse.
Why do we go forward?
Damn electric cars. How are you supposed to know they're on when they don't make any noise?
Well, now what do we do?
That's barely a scratch.
That's more than a scratch.
Don't worry about it. I'm just going to leave a note.
Into a fender bender.
It's not that bad. I'm just going to leave a note. Were you in there the whole time?
My wife and I are going through some stuff, and I was driving around the neighborhood. I guess I must have dozed off.
Did you feel that bump?
Bump.
Well, my husband just busted your bumper.
It's hardly busted.
You can see a crack in it.
No, you can't.
What are you talking about?
Hey, you know what? Let's just go take a look, all right? It's really not that bad.
Oh, I really would feel more comfortable if we filed a police report and exchanged insurance information.
Look, it's really all right, guys. My wife's probably at home worried about me. I really need to get going. But if I need to get a hold of you, I have your number, okay? All right?
All right.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
You got it this time? Put it in drive and go forward. We're going backwards, but weren't you funny?
Going backwards.
You want to get an Uber?
You want to get an Uber? This is the video I was in.
Think I can fight it? Because I know I'll never change your mind. I cut the talking board. My head back, another drink to chill a bit of apathy. Yeah, oh, I've been here before.
Hey there, you look like you could use a little success. Well then look right.
So there you go. That is the, that is the reel that I'm giving to directors and stuff. So if you ever wondered what they looked like, that's what they look like. They take the information of the most recent projects that you did and you put them back to back so they can see how you do with acting and stuff. And so those are my last 3 projects. Well, they weren't my last 3 projects. They were the last 3 projects that have been released. So it's kind of cool, though. You can see a little bit of each of the things. One of the things I thought was really cool, let me show you something that I didn't show last time. This is the Winder. They have their own Winder Instagram. Now, this is a video of a crowd watching the movie.
Be shot in Smyrna, Delaware. Winder, wind or die. Critics are calling Winder the scary.
So that's the trailer for, or that's the reactions of the audience while the movie was playing. I just thought it was funny. They jumped at the right spot and makes me feel good. So they're entering the Winder movie in the film festivals now, and so I just gotta watch it. And now at some point I'll be able to play it on the air. So I'm gonna hold out while I can and show it to you as soon as they let me do it. So I don't want to, I don't want to do that and end up getting people mad at me. So you got to see the important part, and that was that I was in it. But it's kind of cool. Those are the things that... Now, I can show you some stuff that, if you want to see some of the new stuff that I have done. Now, like I said, this here, I was 468 pounds at this point here. I was probably about, I'm going to say, probably about 350 or maybe even 400 at this point.
But now I'm
Up. So I'm going to play for you some of the videos. So these are some of the videos that I just finished and started showing. Okay. I guess I could start with that one. So since that's the one that gonna play, here you go. Now that they wanted me to do it my way and do it their way. One of them is their way, and the other one, I think there are 2 my ways, and the one I did my way and their way at the same time. So the first one is my way, the second one is their way, and the third one is my way and their way. So that's kind of what I wanted to show you. So here we go. It's not very loud, is it? Hold on.